Restart this video. Drop a one in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Don't have me out here looking crazy out here on this internet. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you see it? Can you hear me? Yeah. Great. Okay. All right. So, Skylight won't let you be great tonight. It's just a hater. Well, let's go ahead and restart that whole thing. If you're here, you're probably on this channel talking about money. Okay. And reprogramming your mind. Okay, like we had to reprogram this computer. Do right, computer, do right. Now, we got our owner be owned shirt on tonight. We've got our owner be owned coffee. Look at this. Someone take a screenshot for Andre Hatchett. Tell him we doing it all tonight. All right, we did it. We did it. There we go. Owner be owned. There may or may not be a little bit of rum in that coffee. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog, author of Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the Palm of Your Hand. All right. Also, this is Gratitude Journal. Grateful. How to be grateful in an ungrateful world, honestly. Lots of great commentary in there. Got some great daily journals. But for those of you who are like, Erica, yeah, you got a journal. Yeah. You even got a planner that you can break out in here and schedule your day and schedule your life. I don't want to do that. Well, I broke out today because I had to get some for my staff for our staff meeting. This lovely from Walgreens $7 planner. Why? Because I need y'all to come through and drop your city and state in the chat. All right. Tonight, we're going to talk about reprogramming your mind and why it's essential, and why I did about 40 consulting calls this past 3 weeks and can tell you the number one thing that was universal is people had to, and thank you so much from New York. Thank you for surviving New York. We know New York's a struggle out there. They got y'all out there on the lockety down. But a lot of times what happens is we subconsciously and through our bad choices of entertainment, program our mind for low expectations. We program our mind for silly season. We don't burst ahead with opportunity because of choices. Okay. So again, I want y'all to kind of get that in here so we can talk about it. The other day I shared somebody, Ray Higdon, in here. And the reason I shared it is, one is you go look at all his classes and his courses. They're quite the same as when he started years ago. He doesn't have this plethora of classes and over classes and classes and classes. And let me give you 27 classes. Let me give you 34 classes. I want to spend next year rehoning and reinforcing Middleman to Millions and Rise of the 20% group. Why? Because I know those are two courses that will dramatically change your life. Masterminding with people, talking with other business owners, coming together in a private Facebook group, and also that what are you doing? Showing your work helps get you where you need to be. Now, for giggles, we're going to do this planner here. And again, it's like any other planner. Right? You got a whole year over here and you got some plans. What do you want to do? And so in the chat, what I need some of y'all to do is, what is your yearly goal for 2021? Listen, don't be scared. I know 2020 got us scared to make plans, but drop some plans in the chat for us. Oh, that's a little kicker there in there. But everybody drop your plans for 2021 in here. And I want to tell you, now I use this for company meeting today, so I'm going to skip ahead maybe to March, right? So we're in here, but I always would, let's go to April because I wrote on there. So this is April, the month of April, right? I love calendars like this, big, full size. I have a giant one on my walls. And the reason why is if it ain't written down, if it's not something you're going to look at daily, it does not exist. You don't truly plan on attacking it or getting it done. Without it being written down, it's not going to happen, right? And part of why people are like, man, Erica, you said you took on too many projects. I did, and I delegated, and I restructured, and I partnered with people, and I did do a lot. I did a lot. But part of why the newer project is going to be fine is I gave some ownership to one of the partners who was like, yes, I'm ready to take on the world, right? Because the more we have some ownership in something, we're more hardcore on it. And the reason I brought up Savannah in my Instagram stories the other day is, I was trying here and there to get some interviews and here and there to get podcasts. I just delegated all that to her. Put the post up on Instagram because I don't care about Instagram. I care about YouTube. Put the reach out every day, 3 to 5 times a day to reporters who are looking for people to do stories, looking for people to be the source of the story. Reach out 3 to 5 times a day to people who we can interview on the YouTube channel and also that want to interview me. Respond to that. And in a short span, she ended up getting 85 interviews for us. 85. Because that person was solely focused on that one task. It's a collection of tasks, but it's a brand shaping, a brand building, and getting better and better and better at that one task. Brand building, brand reach out, brand follow up, brand calendar planning. And we've sat down and planned all the way to September with that one particular staff member for the social media. This is what we're going to do all the way to September. We already got Wakanda February planned. We already got March baby stuff going on. We've already got April stuff planned. We've already got conferences that we're attending in Miami back to back. We've already got things we're speaking at, right? So her only goal consistently is increasing the brand, increasing promos on Instagram, increasing that space so that we grow our platform, we grow our brand. Now, many people go, man, Erica, you paying somebody to do all that? Yes, because programming your mind is important. If you know, and there's 2 great books I want you to read. It's called Rocket Fuel. You can listen to Audible, or Traction is a really good one. And the third one, honestly, is Gary Keller, The One Thing. I cannot keep recommending this book more and more. Gary Keller's The One Thing. What is our ultimate one goal? What is our goal? Goal isn't about Erica Williams. Our goal is to have lots of classy climbers that are successful, that get value, and actually can take this information we have and go live a better life. It ain't about me. As much as you watch the channel, it's me talking. It's not about me. It's about sharing information that we know that changed our business, that changed our life, that got us all this money, and sharing it with others. Right? And people don't respect free, so that's why we put a price tag on some of it. But I know people right now who've helped 300,000 people, and he has a course that's $97. The money is just the entryway, right? It's just showing your initiative that you are excited about something, right? So again, it is the programming and renewing of your mind and your expectations. So that's Savannah's one thing, right? It's encompassing, but it's her one thing she hammers and focuses on every day. If you understand that, drop a 1 in the comments just so I make sure I'm not losing y'all. We have another staff member is follow up. I don't know if you guys understand this, but when it comes to insurance companies, when it comes to paperwork, when it comes to, state licensing, you get this pushback, this slow jargon. And so what you do is you have a person on staff, depending on their title, and they are the follow-up person. This person had to call this one insurance company 14 times to get the answer they needed. You need people like that on your team because I don't have time to sit there for 14 times and call a company. I'm over here in the visionary circle and you have integrator circle. So you have to understand, where are you at? If you're just an integrator, no problem. Get with a visionary, get with a company that you like their vision. I've never been on this channel and be like, quit your 9 to 5, start a business. No, some of y'all will do better in a company where you are just a person helping push the vision up and along. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. And the more I honed in on, Erica, what is your one thing you do well, right? What is the one company out of all your companies that is exemplary? It's the YouTube. If I show you all the stuff in the background, the YouTube saved everything else. The PPP from the YouTube was bigger than everything else, right? The connections from the YouTube, bigger than everything else. All right. But I'm not delusional enough to not realize that People have flavors of the week, flavors of the season. Sometimes people messing with you and sometimes they not, right? And so to take this money and put it somewhere where it can give you cake on cake. Okay? Again, I showed you Ray Higdon the other night as an example, but I can show you about 10, even Brandon Burchard. Brandon Burchard is a great example. Simple, reliable programming. They is seasonal. And people that are in my other classes, they know this. There's 4 seasons a year, okay? All right. Do we know our seasons? I'm not trying to be funny. January through April, I guess. No, it's more like January through March. April through June. July through September. And then October through then September through November. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Right. So but y'all know what I'm trying to say. There's 4 seasons, okay, in the year. And you have to tap into when your audience is in those seasons of life. You have to be responsible for you and know where you are in that season of life. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. The past 3 weeks, people may not notice it. I quit technically eating out certain type of foods. We only eat a certain type of food when we do go out. Even today, when I had to take staff members on lunch, I was like, well, we going to this salad place. And I don't think they was like, oh, we get free lunch, but we got to go eat a salad. Why, Erica? Why are you doing us like this? So I switched the venue to a more friendly for everybody place. But what was funny is in my phone, my email was like, hey, Miss Williams, we miss you. Thai food place. Hello. Right. Right. And it's funny because when you're renewing your mind and stepping away from something, and I'm giving y'all this because I want y'all to understand that a lot of y'all want something over here, but you're not over there. You mentally, physically, what you do, you're not over there. You're not even over in that space. So I'm just using it as an example because y'all know I'm going to use it. You're desiring a life that you are not prepared for. There are some people wanting Lambos and hot models, and they have not prepared any part of their life for that. So now they're frustrated. They on the internet frustrated. They out here fussing frustrated because they have not prepared their life to match up to a dream up here. Right? Are we following? I hope we all getting it, but I really want to get this in tight because today is the 30th. I already know what I'm doing till all the way to October. Now, again, we planned for 2020. What happened? We got punched in the face, right? So, we got a business that made, 600,000. One of our companies, we're like, yeah, next year we're going to hit $1 million. We got under the 600,000, but not by a lot. And when we looked at it, we were like, well, damn, it wasn't that bad as we thought. But that requires you looking at it. Honesty, looking at it, like having someone on staff look at it, having somebody check on it. Are we at our quarterly goals? And again, a lot of y'all are home run people instead of daily returns. And let me clarify. A lot of times you hear a lot of wholesalers show you they $50 check, they $50,000. Their $40,000 check, their $20,000 wholesale check. I like it when they show you they $5,000 and $10,000 and $15,000 check. That's consistent. Again, you have to listen to some of these people when they say, oh, well, usually I do 1 or 2 deals a month that are $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And they act like it didn't matter. Baby, you just made $20,000 in a month when the average American makes $3,000. But again, you have to understand the system in place for them to even get that deal working. Okay. So again, when it comes to the planner, I know I don't want to bore you out to death, but you should have a clue as of today. Yeah, there should be fluidity in your calendar. You should be open to have, some new stuff into your life. I remember I was talking to this guy one time. He was like, okay, you got it planned out, but what's up? What if I want to take you somewhere? Hey, baby, we flexible. We can do that. And in order to know where you're going, you got to write it down. It only exists up here if you don't write it down. Right? So when we take the one thing we do very well, and for a lot of y'all, that's going to be your job, and there's nothing wrong with that. We take that job, we become a really good steward of our afternoon time, a really good steward of what we want to do, and we take that money and put it over here. I've been on the phone with so many of y'all who make 10, 12 grand a month, and they're like, Eric, I just can't find any money for the down payment. Baby, how much is the down payment? Well, I don't know. How did you get pre-approved? No, I didn't. What type of house you look for? I don't know. Where are we going? What city do you want to invest in? I don't know. I watched a lot of videos. Stop. Stop it. Stop. First of all, how much are you making? How much going out the door? What city do you want to invest in? What, you have to list these things. Right. And when I talk to people, well, what kind of mate are you looking for? Well, I just want them to be a good person. Money don't matter to me. This don't matter to me. Well, then we don't know where you're going. We don't know where you're going down the road. We don't know if you're turning right or left. We don't know what city you're going to live in. You have to have some kind of ideal of the life you want to live and which way you want to go. It's very enticing to watch hilariousness on the internet out here on YouTube. I understand it. But I've had to detox this past 3 weeks. I started listening to it at night, this like motivational affirmation stuff at night. Super funny, but I love it because it's just like, or it'll be like Les Brown with motivational music in the background, right? Because what you put in here comes out. What you keep feeding yourself comes out. And the reason I'm not trying to crap on nobody tonight. I'm not trying to do it. But the reason you have people out here for years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, saying the same crazy stuff on YouTube is they don't got no life. Not only do they not got no life, this is what they do every day. And again, that's why I'm bringing Dave Diamond on, because he made a great video, low vibrational conversations, miserable people. You make a marketing message to miserable people, but are you skilled enough salesperson to switch the conversation? Are you that skilled that you can take a bunch of miserable people and go, we're going to the right? Some people can do it. Some people have the talent. Not everybody does. Right? Everybody does. Okay. And so what I tell people is, even on a positive note, Kevin Samuels put together a Facebook group. There's 7 couples in there that got engaged. A lot of them 35, 36, 37, and 38 years old. So when people are telling you these things that don't counteract with reality, that when you actually interact with real people in real American life are connecting, are getting dating, are getting engaged, and are normal people. Now, are there some crazies out there? For sure. Are there some people who are loose and not good with their life? For sure. But you have to kind of plan it out. So let's just kind of for tonight, on the renewing of the mind, the reprogramming of your mind, I'm gonna kind of give you the what we call the 6. And the reason they're the 6 is because Tony Robbins came up with them, but we're just gonna give them just for tonight. So again, the Gary Keller, The One Thing book, right? The Power of the Unconscious Mind. Number 2 is what was the other one I said earlier? I forgot. Wayne Dyer, No Limit Person, all of those. I could read you a couple different ones. So anyway, reprogram your mind, the 6. 1 is decide. I know you think, Erica, I've already decided what I wanted, girl. You ain't telling me nothing. Have you? I get on a lot of consult calls and people have not decided. They're like here and there. I don't know. I might. I don't know. Oh my God, Erica. Oh my God. And I have people on my staff like that. And you know what I do? I meet them with solid resolve. Because sometimes if you match someone's energy and they're a worrier, they get worse. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You come and meet that person with solid resolve. Some of y'all know y'all got mamas like that. You can't even tell your mama you're going on vacation. Girl, watch out. They got killers on the street. Killers. You can't even tell her. Some of y'all got crazy mamas like that. Some of y'all got crazy spouses like that. I've met several people with some spouse that I'm like, God bless you, and thank God it's not me. So decide, but also temper your energy. Don't get dissuaded from your decision. Don't decide and then run around, hey, everybody in my family, I'm going to do a new thing. No. Shut up. Start doing your new thing. See, that's the worst thing is when you run around telling everybody, I'm going to do a new thing. It makes you feel good because you ran your mouth, but you ain't did nothing. Show me your work, baby. That's our favorite line on YouTube anyway. Show me your work. So first, decide. Clarity is power. Being absolutely clear on where you're trying to go is powerful. Okay? I remember I went into this meeting and he said, man, On a 1 to scale 1 to 10, how convinced are you? I'm like, I'm 11. He said, well, damn, I'll do business with you then. Because somebody that convinced, even if we can't make this work, we're going to make the next thing work. Okay. So again, absolute clarity. Clarity is power, right? Where your focus goes, your energy goes. And this is why I'm very clear on this. Where your focus goes, your energy goes. If you're focusing on negative things every night for 2 to 6 hours every night, baby, you cannot do that unless it's in you. You cannot keep talking about these same topics if unless it's in you and you have not got it resolved, right? When you get done with something, it's distasteful. You walk away from it, right? You've ever used to be friends with somebody and now you look at them, you're like, I cannot be in the same room with you. Because where your focus goes, your energy goes. And there are people who are energy drainers. You cannot do it. Number 2, commit. Rid your mind of self-fear and doubt. This is where we're going. We're going right. To the right. That's it. All this, well, maybe if I do, maybe if I just, maybe if I just, no worry Nellies, no scatterbrain fish. Make a decision. A lot of y'all, I'll talk to y'all for 6 months. You're telling me, yeah, I'm thinking about, I'm gonna buy this truck, I'm gonna buy this truck, Erica. I'm thinking about buying this truck, Erica. I'm thinking about buying a truck. Okay, well, go buy it, baby. What you doing? Well, I gotta educate myself some more. Or like, well, did you buy these classes? I did. Did you watch them? Yes. Then you're ready to go. Well, what about, decide, commit, go. I've already told you there's so many companies in Texas where it's just one guy got one truck. He making maybe 5 to 8 grand off of it. And he just never grew. He just stayed there and stays consistent and is okay with that. That 8 grand a month is better than a lot of people. Okay. So you can't live in fear. You can't live in this thing of, well, Erica, I'm educating myself. I'm watching hours and hours and hours and hours of all this stuff on YouTube. Stop. There's a level of immersion and then there's a level of procrastination. And many people are on the procrastination mark. You know how I know? Even in some of my consult calls, you think I should still get an LLC? Baby, how long have you been watching me? We've been talking about this for years now. You waited to the end of the year? March, you saw all this PPP money and you waited till now? I'm just saying. Okay, number 3, resolve. Once you've decided and you've committed fully, take inventory of your situation. Now, what does take inventory of your situation means? No, I'll let you clown me for a second. Hey, I want that car and that kind of guy. Decided, committed, inventory of self. Ooh, well, that type of guy walks around women that dress that type of way, that look this type of way. May have to reset, right? May have to rethink, right? Hey, I'm going to go run the January, I think it's 15th, Austin half marathon. Wait, how many days do we have to that marathon? Was committed, now decided, took an inventory. No, we're not going to make that marathon, right? So we have to be honest in what we're deciding. So we could go, hey, I'm going to build my audience 1,000 new people for next year. Wow. Okay. 1,000 people. How will I ever reach 1,000 people? Okay. We're going to run ads. We're going to be in Facebook groups. We're going to be marketing on SEO. We're going to be bringing in traffic. We're going to have YouTube ads. Great. And we only have to bring in like 83 people a month times 12 months. Or am I doing my math right? I might be close to it. 90 people a month for 12 months, right? It gets less and less. 90 people a month. How much is 90 people a month? Well, that's just 3 people in 30 days. Can we get 3 new people a day to our platform? Right? So this is for some of y'all too. I really want some of y'all to hear me. Some of y'all are out here trying to, I don't know if I should start this side business here. I just don't know. Is it going to make me any money? Let's break it down to the bare minimum. If 100 people, before I do my math and y'all start making fun of me, let me get this phone out. If 100 people times $100 buys your product, that's 10,000 people. You're like, okay, Erica, that's doable. But let's say your goal is just like mine. You want 1,000 people to buy your $100 product. right? We got to keep it back down simple. We've decided, we've committed, we've resolved. So that's $100,000, right? The $100,000 mark we're all looking for. I just need 1,000 people to be interested. Now let's break 1,000 people back down. 1,000 people divided by 365 days is 2.7 people a day. Again, 3 people a day. How can you go out and connect and talk to 3 people a day? How can you go on the internet and get 3 people a day to see you? How can you run ads? How can you be in podcasts, advertising, books, whatever, and get 3 people a day? Do you see how we just broke that back down to 3 people a day? Even if somebody had a product that was $4.97, which I know somebody who does, if he gets 3 people a day, it means he made $1,500 a day, right? If his product's $4.97 times 1,000 people, it's the same number. If I could tell y'all some backstories, I would. That's $500,000 for him. That's just one product. And the reason I keep saying that is it's rare for a lot of these influencers you see to get more than like 1,000 to 7,000 people to buy a product. Just being honest. I've seen a lot of people's back office. And when you see products that are super cheap, $25, $50, and they're trying to get like 100,000 people to buy it, you're talking about Ty Lopez numbers. 100,000 people? That's why I pointed out Ray Hickton. He's been doing this for 10 years. And they're like on the Inc. 5,000. They've served maybe 300,000 people with the same courses he's had for all this time. They just keep adding a little bit more to the courses. Same courses all these years. Same exact courses. And I bring this up because a lot of y'all are you're overdoing it. Okay. So 6 tips on how to reprogram your subconscious. Adopt empowering beliefs. Embrace the beauty of uncertainty. Doing something new is uncertain. But guess what? Most people have 2 choices. The pain of staying the same or the pain of change. The choice is yours. When one gets too great, you'll do the other. That's what most people do. Focus on gratitude. Choose gratitude and appreciation over criticism and fear. If you got a big booty Betty at your house, but now she's a fat Nelly, you just got to be grateful. And you just got to start working with fat Nelly and walking down the street. That's where you at, brother. Just be happy with what you got. You just walk her down the street and you just keep on being happy and appreciate where you are in life. People always want something else. People always think the grass is greener somewhere else. That does not mean that's not true. That's not true. It's not. Again, watch your environment. Proximity is power. There is a great thing on Instagram. I shared it. The woman from 227. She picked everybody on the cast. She spoke up for them. She advocated for them. They didn't want her to have a husband. They didn't want a black man to be her husband in the 60s. What is it? 227 was what days? 80s? I think it's 80s, right? Somebody tell me how old 227 was when it came out. They didn't want her to have a husband. She said, no, I will not do this show without a black husband. And not only do I want him, I want Regina King to be the daughter because look at her hair color and their eye color. It's both the same. And their staff was like, I don't know. She was like, well, then I won't do this show. We're going to do it this way or we're not. She advocated for every single person on there. Even Jack K. They were like, well, she's overweight. She's like, no, we're going to have Jack K on the show. And she's going to do this. Proximity is power. All these people on the internet telling you that all you got to be is hot. You could be the hottest little hood rat in the middle of New York. If some money person doesn't see you, you're just another girl on the street that's cute. Let's be very clear about this. A lot of times these women are flocking to Instagram, flocking to these places because they want someone to give them validation and recognition for being cute. Honey, after a certain age, yeah, you cute, but you better have a plan. I don't know what your daddy taught you, but my daddy told me, okay, pay the bills. Somebody better be paying them bills over there. Okay. You have to understand that that's not enough. I know that sounds horrible, but just being attractive isn't enough. You think it's enough. These low vibrational beings are telling you it's enough. It's not. You ever been around a boring, beautiful person? Ooh, it's the worst, honey. I've been around men that I thought was the finest thing ever. Not a book in his head, not a brain cell to be had. I'm like, holy crap. What are you in the Army? I'm a janitor. What's your ASVAB score? Like, I mean, beauty only goes so far. It just does. So proximity is power. Be careful who you have in your proximity because it's powerful. Also, social media, negative news. You have to sometimes go on low information diet. Number 5, visualize. Number 6, biohack your subconscious with certain experimenting. What? Here's the best way to do it: adding supplements, intermittent fasting, supercharging your diet, changing up your stuff, all that. Tony Robbins talks about it all the time, and like unleash the power within. You have to make changes. You have to switch it up. A lot of people right now have turned into a couch. Literally, they've been into their couch and just mushed into the couch, and they are a couch. Okay, that's just what it is. Okay. So I hope those were helpful. I hope somebody wrote them down. I hope someone typed them in. There's nothing wrong with being cute. There's nothing wrong with being beautiful. I'm just telling you, without a plan, whoo, baby, that's scary. It's scary to meet really cute, attractive people later in life who never had a plan. It's scary. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from just, dealing with women, dealing with men who, he was always a good looking man. He never had a plan. Now he's some 45, almost 50-year-old personal trainer, bodyguard, security person. And it's like, what did you do with your whole life? Just being a good looking dude. And that's on the back end of life. Now you 50, you still look good. But what am I supposed to do with you? Oh, I got to work to take care of you because you ain't had no plan. This happens every day, y'all. This is not an unknown story. I know lots of nice women who have good looking husbands who that's it. He's good looking. And that's what he has. He's 50 now. He's a security guard at the tech company. That's it. That's the only job he can get. Now it's still good for her to have a husband, still have a father of her children. She's still married to him, but you have to choose wisely. Okay. Now, let me go ahead in here and see. There's 271 people in here. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. If this commentary has been helpful, please put a 1 in the comments. I don't know if you guys are listening or care. I didn't mean to be ranting and raving, but I just had to say this. What's up, live from Philly? Everyone can't run a business properly, and it's okay to know that. It's very true. True. Jim Rohn has a great seasons of life. Let me tell you something. Woo! Sherry done hit me up with the energy boost. And that coffee has a little bit of alcohol in it. Seasons of life. And the saddest thing to ever have a conversation with somebody who's realized they've missed their season in life. I could have did this. I could have did that. And you asked them when it was like 20 years ago. I remember somebody was telling me a story and I was like, yeah, man, when was that? Oh yeah, that was like 1994, 1995. And I'm like, baby, what are you talking about 1995 for? Right? And so sometimes people get stuck in a season of life, a period of life, and sometimes that season's over. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to acknowledge when you're in a different season. Right? You ever see people with the box haircut, military men, they done retired out of the military 30 years ago, still walking around with that box haircut, the Gumby haircut, I've seen it. And I'll be like, what's that Congressman Allen West? He's got the 1990s box haircut like he just got out of the military. And it's like, it's a moment in time. He likes the haircut. He ain't changing it. He could just do the Obama, but he ain't. He's still with the box. And, people have to be very pay attention. So again, 4 seasons. We talked about it. January, February, March, then April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. If you're a business right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, if you're a woman who is a lifestyle person and you have a cookbook, right? You need to have a cookbook for the spring. You need to have a cookbook for the summer. You need to have a cookbook for the other summer when the kids are home from school. Then you need to have a cookbook for the fall. You need to have a little bit of dessert books. Literally, if you got 10 cookbooks, you could talk about them and rotate them for the next 5 years. There is one girl on YouTube who is doing that. Miss Sopped Up, the one that's always talking about, is it Sopped Up? She done moved out to California. She done made so much money off those books, y'all. Okay, it's a lot of these people that are really doing big money. They've done the same courses, same books for 2 to 7 years. So make the book good because people are going to judge you on it. Number 2, make it something you want to promote for years because you will be promoting it for years. Number 3, The only way to get ahead of that is either what? Ads, SEO, blogging, video, reaching new people. Can you reach 3 new people a day? A lot of y'all are overcomplicating this because you want to hit a home run. No, we rather hit daily money. There used to be a time I look at my account and I have a little $100 every day. I'm like, yeah. Then it was $200. Yeah, $300, $400, right? And so now you've gotten used to like consistent little pops, little pops, little pops, little pops. You cannot get over the top it, right? A lot of people out here trying to hit 20K, 30K. Give me the lick, give me the huge pile of money. I'm just trying to help y'all out here reprogram your mind. So again, you cannot be the same you that's before you in 2020. I know nobody wants to hear this, but you cannot be the same you that you are right now and make 2020 a multimillionaire. Now, that woman that I showed you about that won $12 million. She was listening to The Secret. She's reading Manifest Your Destiny, Manifesting Your Future. Now, I'm gonna just say it. She should have been reading business books. She should have, once she got that money, all noise should have stopped. She should have isolated herself in an office, turned on Audible, told all the kids don't bother her, and listened to business books for the next three days nonstop. What's the next best decision to make from this money? To take a piece of it and set it away because I will act crazy, right? And people don't think like that. So that's why windfalls don't work. Everybody thinks, yeah, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And just addressing it. Again, when y'all see me run companies, I am a visionary, not an integrator. I don't start anything unless it has a manager and it has somebody managing it every single day. And we know the goals for the company, right? We know, hey, we need to make 700,000 with this company, this particular company. So that means we need to make this much a month. We need to have this many sales, this many people. So we need you to do this, this, and this. We need you to reach this many people a month, reach out to this many platforms, do this many promotions, do this many JV stuff, right? So how we break it down from there, we break it down. But y'all are overcomplicating a lot of what you're doing. A lot of these wholesale kids, you know why they want to do stuff? They want to do trucking. They want to do other stuff because real estate is work. Real estate is life. The simplest thing is, if I could cut through a lot of the noise on internet right now, if you put on some TV ads and some radio ads in your town, like the car dealership does, you'd never run out of money. I can tell you stories right now, people who are running TV ads at night, middle of the night, and they make $1 million to $2 million. At this point, you're just not messing it up. Seriously. And there's reasons why 2021, y'all will see where I'm going with this, because there's only so much I can do here on YouTube. There's only so much. There's only so many times I can talk to y'all about the same topics. I can keep it simple. I can keep seasonal. Listen, January through April, what we gonna talk about, y'all? It's a new year. Tackle the new thing. Go ahead first. Start that business. Middleman to millions. Start your lawn care business. Get your business started. Get your leads going. Let's get it going. Right? What we gonna talk about April, May, June. Okay, get ready. The kids about to get out of school. Make sure you got your plans for your summer vacation. Have you got your money up this summer so you can take your summer vacation? This is what we need to do. What we gonna talk about July, August, September. Okay, these kids home eating you out of house and home. What can we be doing as a side business right now? What can you do to get your kids involved, active, getting them in boot camps and summer clubs? And what can we do? Okay, what we gonna talk about October, November, December? Are we buying these tax liens? It's tax lien time, baby. Let's get it up. Let's get this money. Now, next year, 2021, tax liens gonna be selling all year long, period. Because they know there's people in the marketplace that need to move money. Period. Okay? Right? So again, it's seasonal. Your businesses are seasonal. Everything, your life is seasonal. And don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till you guys are 45 talking about, I want to do a new thing. I want to work out. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, you can still do it, but realize the uphill climb is different. Realize it's different. Okay? I just saw this girl's channel and her husband's 53. She's like 38. And she just had one kid, and she's like, yeah, I just want to try for one more. And the guy, this is a YouTube channel, and the guy's like, woo, this baby be crying all night. And I love watching them, but it's seasons. She older. He older. 52, having that first baby. Okay, the energy ain't 25. The energy ain't 30. The energy is certainly not 40. I'm not saying y'all who watch this channel, because I know the demographic is here in your 50s. I'm not saying you don't have energy. I'm just saying you don't got 25-year-old energy. You don't got 30-year-old energy. You may look good because black don't crack out here. Asian don't raisin for my Asian people watching. But 50-something and 20-something is not the same. It ain't. Let that go. Let it go. But you can have a great next 30 years of your life. Some of y'all gonna live to be 80, 90 years old. What you doing? Reprogram this mind. Reprogram it. I'm going to live a long life. I'm going to go start running one time a week with my trainer, outside, outdoors. One time a week. We're going to run a long run. Why? He used to be in the Marines. He used to run 5 to 10 miles a day. It's not a big deal to him. It's a big deal to me. You're going to be like, well, Erica, you need to run 3, 4, 5 times a day. No, you have to start with one day. If you can't even guarantee the one day of activity. When I talk to some of y'all on your consulting calls, can you guarantee me you're going to do 1 hour a day of reach out on Facebook, on forums, on platforms, all out here to get your people into your funnel? If not, if you can't commit an hour to you, who is? Who going to commit an hour to you? You going to pay a VA? Oh, man, I ain't got no money for that, Erica. Then it's you. You have to commit to this. Okay, so I'm going to read some more of y'all comments. I ain't going to try to keep here all night. 332 people here. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for people super chatting. I see you. I'm going to read it. I'm coming. Thank you. I appreciate you. Lord bless you. Keep you safe. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Ooh, oh, honey, to everything there's a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. The Bible, you know what I'm saying? I mean, again, read Ecclesiastes. It's the same. Because there's a certain age you get where you ain't dealing with the foolishness. You're not dealing with foolish people. You're not dealing with people doing too much. You're not going status hunting. You're not going party hunting. You're like, okay, yeah, do that. There's a reason you see these people move out of California and move to the suburbs, to the biggest house they can find. They done did the cramped city life thing in California, in New York. They done did that. They want the backyard. They want the pool. They want to chill out. Even the people that moved to Las Vegas, they moved to these big old houses out. They ain't on the strip. They're not on the strip. Come on now. And I want to be very clear. If any of y'all, I had about 10 people this week, past week, talk about moving. Listen to me. In this reprogramming of our mind, if we move to a new city, listen to me, if we move to a new city, you are having to commit 2 years of your energy. And what happens when you move to a new city? You going out every night, you checking out new restaurants, you got your new clothes on, you checking out the vibe, you going over here, you going over there. You're going to have to do that for 2 years. There's no less than that. Because I meet people all the time who move to a new city and they go, oh man, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Ooh, I got to go do this and that. Yes, because you're in a new city, trying to make new friends, have a new life. 2 years, minimum, period. Instacart and Uber for 2 years, you will qualify for a house. You don't want it. I mean, I've seen people qualify. Papa John's delivering pizza. 2 years, bought a house in Georgetown. Seen multiple people do it. You have to know you want it or else you get nowhere in life. How do I know what I want? You write it down. What do you want, baby? YouTube's been on some stuff. Some of y'all been home a little too long. Y'all out here going a little cray. I had to mute about 7 people on my YouTube timeline, on my Facebook timeline, because I was like, baby, what are you talking about? You don't even interact with people. You at your house, at a computer. You live in North Carolina. What's you talking about? Dude lives in North Carolina talking crazy. Another dude lives in Maryland. These people live in DC and ain't got no life. Get the out of here, man. That don't even make logical sense. And this is what I want you to understand this. You can live in a city. I meet people all the time. Oh, I live in Austin. Ain't nothing here to do. Nothing here to do, girl. I'll be like, really? The number one music concert city in America, the number one conference place in America, almost. Well, we're number 4, but literally every weekend on Eventbrite, you could just walk down the street and fall into a conference. There's stuff here to do. It's you. It's like whenever I hear people who live in Atlanta, girl, I'm so sick of Atlanta. I'm sick of Atlanta. I'm sick of Atlanta. Why? Everybody and their mama keep visiting out there. Why you sick of it? Right? So you have to identify what's the reason. That's right. You have to have a plan, Miss Finance. Nick, take your time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Demographics are destiny. You can often predict what a person will do based on their demographics. Yes, Ron Shepard. And also, I have to tell people this. People are like, oh my God, China's going to take over. China's going to do this. China had one child policy for so long that they have a country that they can only be dominant for 5 years. That's why you see them going in Africa. They're going to other countries. They're building other places. They are running out of, they don't have enough families. They are incentivizing women to stay home now and have a family. Japan is too late. Japan is just too late. And what's going to happen to Japan, unfortunately, in about 5 years, because Japan's very staunch, we don't take in immigration. We will not be overrun by immigrants. Why? Because Japan's history is they went in other people's countries and did the same thing. I'm just giving an overview. It's not exactly what if you go look up history, Japan finally started letting all these Korean people who were there since the 1950s be actual Japanese citizens. Okay, from the war. You can go read it for yourself. And they didn't have a choice. These people had been there generations. They were not going back to Korea. That's like telling these Hispanic people in America right now, you're going to go back. Honey, they done been here since the grandma was 15 and she 80 now. They not going home. This is their home. So we have to figure out a new plan, right? So when I tell people demographics matter, United States, 20% of all white people are 65 years old or older. You have a country that is drastically changing. I was talking on the phone with my mama the other day, and I was like, when's your birthday, girl? Oh my God, you a baby boomer. As dumb as that sounds, I just didn't even assume my mom was a baby boomer. It didn't even cross my mind till I thought about it. You just have to realize demographics really matters. Rocket fuel, Gary Keller's one thing. Sherry, you be like she think killers are jumping out of trash cans. I mean, and you know what it is? People are watching TV all day. They're watching bad news. They're watching killer shows, serial killer shows, cold case files. Taylor Scott said, I go to the grocery store. My mom always tell me about kidnappers. I mean, yeah, my mom be talking about, girl, they got sex traffickers. I said, Mama, if they can get through the pew, pew, pew and kidnap me and pick my heavy rump up, then God bless them, because they doing the most. They doing absolute. I got on cowboy boots. I'm kicking in their crotch. I'm fighting. I'm pew, pew, pewing. If they doing all that, then they got to just kidnap me, because that's a lot. It just is, Mama. I tell her every time. It's a lot. Just decide, man. Tam, somebody got to call the cops, man. Somebody got to be there. Law of attraction. Honey, listen, you ever see these women that start a new life? Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus. I ain't going to say no names, but there's a beautiful young lady on the Instagrams, and she started a whole new life. She's a businesswoman, beautiful, doing it, running her business. A few customers got mad with her because that's what they told me the word on the streets is, and they are just ruining her life. They bringing up old stuff. They done found her man, went to jail. They done looked up her. She was in a porno movie. I mean, they just doing the most. And you have to realize you have to separate 180 degrees from people. Once you no longer live that life, you have to leave. That's why when I see these people in Dallas getting shot, I'm like, what you doing on that side of town? You don't even about that life. When I see people shooting in Houston, I'm like, what is this, 1995? What is this, gun wars? You have to get from these people. Don't be over there. It only takes one person to try to ruin your reputation that you built. Once it's no longer in you, move. Pick up your feet and dust them off and go somewhere else. Okay? Get on out of here with that. Auntie's good. You shall know them by their posts. Yes, you should. What's up, Detroit? Decision making is hard for people. And here's the thing, too. We live in a world of too many choices. I'm going to just be honest. People live in a world of too many choices. Oh, I could do this. I could do that. No, you can't. You can't do it all. Pick one thing and attack it for the next 2 to 3 years. Right? There's people right now who done gotten trucking and calling me like, hey, it's kind of hard. Yes. I told you it was hard. Okay, it's hard. Duh. Like, come on now. What's up, vocal doctor? 80-20 rule. If you commit to 2 or 3 actions in your business for the next 12 months, you can make your numbers. That's right. Listen, people always talking about doing too much, and I get it, but you have to have the right staff in place. Ravi, that I talk about, building with systems, he has 17 different businesses. And let me clarify. He's 17 different businesses. So does Brandon Invest, which you guys can see him out of Memphis. But they're websites that are just bringing in leads. So let me simplify it. They have a main site that's a one pager. That's like a landing page. They put leads out on Google AdWords, YouTube, and they run ads to the Google AdWords. People go to that page, they fill out the information, and they get a lot of clients, and then they sell those leads to other people. Did I lose anybody in that conversation? I hope not. Put a 1 in the comments if you understand what I'm just trying to say. But what they did, that's what a lot of people do. It's all about the leads. New people seeing your business on a daily basis that you can transform to something else. Planning backwards backs you into your goal. Come on now. Listen, when you go out here and you go December, I want to be doing this. In November, like when you start planning this all the way up, like people think I'm joking. When you plan this whole year out and you leave a lot of open space, you go, okay, so I have this many weekends. I'm going to go snowboarding this weekend. So now all your money is focused on that weekend. Okay, I'm going to do this in February. Okay, we're going to do Wakanda everything in February. Okay, March, we're going to Cabo for a week with a group of 20 people. Okay, April, we're doing this. Okay, May, we were supposed to go to Greece, but you see it locking down again. Maybe we might not make it, so just put this week here and block it off. Okay, in June, we're going here. In July, we'll be back in Canada. If Canada's open, block it off. Okay, in August, we'll be here with family doing this, and we'll be hitting. And then these are just events. What's our number goal? This week on the 8th, I need to make $50,000. This is gross, not net. Don't get excited, right? So you keep making those notes. And then on that Saturday, right, you say I need to make it for the week. So that Saturday, you write down, did we make our goal? If it's a giant no on Saturday, just put financially how much you're off from the goal. Because a lot of times what I'll do is when I'm on the phone with you guys, I'll ask you how many clients you have or how many people are on your email list, and you don't know. So if you don't know, I don't know. You have to have a number so you can track it, so you can measure it, so you can know if you're doing good or bad. Are you going up or down? Or did you lose a lot of money, right? You better work with her. You better get her pushing around that neighborhood. See, a lot of people are looking at other people's lives, their wives, their cars, their this. You are not that man. You ain't that man. If you was that man, you'd have his life. You not that man. Let it go. Some of these women out here are like, well, I want a man to do this, this, this. Sis, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look within. Come on. Nothing wrong with wanting. There's nothing wrong with wanting. I'm not saying y'all don't have fairy tale dreams out there, but it may not look like what you thought it did. One thing you can control, you can control the money. Everything else in life now, that's on you, okay? Okay, 1985. Thank you. Marla Gibbs. There you go, Marla Gibbs. Thank you, BT Thomas. Proximity is everything. Y'all don't understand it. People are, and to have that proximity, you just can't be on the internet. You got to get the hell out your house and go places and do things and talk to people. You have to be belly to belly. I talk about this with people. You will learn more in 5 minutes of in front of somebody than you'll ever learn on the phone. You could be on the phone, on the internet, and you be like, man, that person's so cool. You meet them in person, you're like, ugh, I'll never do business with that person ever again, right? I've been on the internet with people that I'm like, oh my God. Then I meet them in person, I'm like, ugh, ugh. No, never mind. So you just gotta, it's a combination. I'm telling you, IG is the same thing. You looking at one booty, you done seen them all. You done seen all the booties. All the booties look the same after a while because the same surgeon's working on all the booties. All the teeth look the same. All the faces. Everybody looking like K. Michelle face. It's too much. It's too much. Listen, Ty, you know what I'm talking about. I live in a military town, and you meet somebody, you like, oh my goodness. Then he start talking, and you like, oh, you eat crayons. Oh, that's not good. No. Oh, that's too much. Okay, what else we got? Man, y'all, there's a lot of comments. I done missed it. Your mind is free. Yes, your mind. They gave you your mind. That's right. Nick in here just commenting, wilding out. Running with your coach outside without a mask. That's right, getting that free air. Billionaires ain't start at 40. Thank you. Listen, Kingston James. I mean, I can only say so much. I can only say so much. Yes, Kingston James. Yeah. Geo cycle, that sounds like you're a visionary and not an integrator. Most people are not both. So again, Gary Keller's the one thing. Read Rocket Fuel and read Traction. And if you're not going to read, committing to reading physical pages, get you a audible.com and listen to it, then listen to it again, and then listen to it again, and then listen to it again. People don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. There you go. Listen, Tamika Carter, you got to know yourself. Know thyself. Thank you, Thought Crimes. Boom. These crazies. I mean, I couldn't even watch this guy video, but he literally is like in his house on a wall, hollering, pushing a button, making barking noises. And it's funny because it's sad. Sad. It's sad because there's no money in that. Right. And people are like, yeah, his audience is paying for it. But if you actually look at some of these people's lives that have miserable audiences, they barely can get $2,000 a month out of them. And I know because I'm in masterminds, I'm in the behind the scenes, I'm in other people's YouTube circles and emails, people telling people business. I know they lucky. I'm just a good person. I don't tell their business on the internet, but I'm telling you, they're not making no money in those miserable circles. The ones that do, it's because of views and numbers. It's other reasons. Lavender, I used to run a home-based paint and sip business. Baby, it's always something to do. There you go. Listen, Kingston James, social media makes other cities look more lit than they actually are. I actually spend time looking on social media in Austin, Texas for things to do in Austin, Texas, because I would say if you go somewhere else, you're going to go look all over the internet for things to do. So do it in your own city. It is. It is. So right now I looked up motorcycle classes, private pilot classes. It's the raining season right now, but so my schedule has motorcycle classes, motorcycle groups that I'm gonna try to ride with, private pilot classes back up in the spring, the run one time a week with my trainer, and then a few other different things. Right. So You got to have a schedule. You got to be out your house. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Our unjust wars. Yes, I would say that too. Singapore is paying women to have kids at 30K. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Japan's done for. Japan just had a half black Miss America, Miss Japan 2 years in a row. Before you couldn't even, they'd be shunned. And if you actually go watch videos on Japan and you meet the mixed children, they're still kind of shunned. And I'm like, that country's dead. It's dead. The men are not coming out of the house. They only play video games and they don't come out the house. Uh, Families actually send them away for rehab for that. The women are paying gigolos to go hang out with them. That's how I'm gonna say it, nice way. Uh, Japan is ripe. Oh man, this sounds horrible. Japan is ripe if they would take like 100 European men, throw them over there. It's ripe for that. It wouldn't change them too much. They'd have a children boom, and it would just be lighter, half white and half black Japanese children. That's all. But they would have a boom. They would have a boom because you'd have that testosterone, that outsider coming in vibe, bringing them up. That's I'm gonna just say it like that. You would have that vibe going. But that's what they need. Now they don't want 100,000 Africans. They ain't got to say it, but we know they don't want 100,000. They can take 100,000 white men from Italy or Britain or Ireland or wherever, but they're gonna have to bring them from somewhere. They're gonna have to bring them from somewhere. Upside, yes, we talked about it yesterday. That book, Upside. Not the peanut butter Tims, man. I cannot. Why are y'all out there in Tims in July? It's too much. Japan actually officially just locked down yesterday, a few days ago. Joshua, my friends are there, and they're the same friends I was going to visit in March of last year, and they're like, we can't even leave to go to Tokyo. Like they're stuck kind of at the military base. If they go to the grocery store and they start walking the other way, because there's kind of routes the military people walk to the grocery store, back to the base, and they start going the other way. The police are like, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" Like just start waving the stick at them. Where are you going? It's that serious right now in Japan. And they're saying they have some alternative strand, but I want you also to realize in northern Japan, they have bathhouses. So everybody's coming to the same bathhouse, showering, sitting in the hot tubs, using the bathrooms there. Yes, it's very clean, but that's how it keeps spreading because Japan has old bathhouses up north. They're not going to get rid of it. Unlike Americans who all have, you know, great indoor playing, they have these systems up north in northern Japan where they have bathhouses, where there's nice new bathrooms and great swimming areas and showers, and everybody meets there because it's a communal place. And those places are still open, mostly for Japanese. Mr. Shelley, my daddy do the absolute most thinking I'm going to get kidnapped when I go out somewhere at night. Mr. Shelley, listen, I'm just telling you, listen, tell him you made it this far. You ain't nobody coming. Listen, I'm taking finger, skin, hair, nails. I'm getting your neck. I'm getting something. I'm gonna get something off of you. Please don't send me no Tims. Please don't. I'm gonna put them up in a frame on the wall. All these internet detectives need to work. Honey, Tam, they ripping this woman's life apart. If you got that much time on your hands to dig up this whole woman's life, baby, you need to get paid for it. Y'all doing the most. Get paid for it. This is true. Listen, partner with somebody and let them be the face. Tell them. Tell them, you know your audience, know your customer base. You are not for everybody. That's the thing, Kingston James. Even if you get rid of a lot of this stuff, old MySpace pages, it's out there sometimes. It's just on the internet. That's why when these people be talking about, they done marry some woman I'm like, you just don't know. You don't see Jeff Bezos dabbling? Yeah, he don't dabble. He go hardcore. Honey, they really can't. Like I remember this man, military veteran, good looking black man. I was excited to hire him. He got me. He had to pull me aside. Miss Williams, I can't pass no drug test. I said, "Come on, baby, come on." Why is he texting me while I'm doing my show? Anyway, sorry, ignore that. Okay, next. Come on now. I've actually met some people. What's funny about YouTube is a lot of these people are very vocal, but they're actual introverts, and you actually meet them in public somewhere, they get super nervous. They're like, "Ugh." Like, and one or two of the guys that are the biggest on the internet, when I met them in person, they're like, "Ugh." I'm like, oh my God, that's creepy. That's creep. Canada is closed. They're very disrespectful. And Canada better get their life together this year. Thank you, Norman Todd, for the 4.99 super chat. Oh gosh, how much more is in here? Dang. Okay, I gotta roll. I gotta slow this down. I gotta slow it down. I gotta get out of here. Um, they can't even look you not, honey. We got some weird ones. Some weird ones. We actually gonna have Tam on the show to do a technical tech show. So Tam's giving y'all good information, but she's gonna be on the show. I think, did the staff email you? I'm not certain. Yes, I said crayons. Some crayons. You talk. Listen, Ty. All these people here. Stephanie, that been in here. You know these. You know some of these people eat crayons. You know who took their ass bad, but somebody took it for them. She said low budget by fans. Woo, honey. I'm just telling you. Toastmasters are a really great opportunity. Be prepared to have your feelings hurt. Do your speech, but be prepared. They're gonna give you feedback that you ain't asked for. They're like, "Ma'am, you do too much for talking with your hands. You talk too fast, and your voice is too high. Can you bring it down a little bit?" I'm like, "Okay, thank you, appreciate it." Ty, I mean, and then I literally have started clicking the thing on where YouTube says, "Do you want that?" I'm like, "Not interested, not recommend, do not recommend, do not recommend." I don't want to downvote people's channels because I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me, but I'd be like, "Nope." And I started watching these long, boring economic talks just to throw my algorithm back. And I'll just play it in the background while I'm working on the other laptop just to get it to change. They don't. They really don't. They do. I really want to go listen. And that's the thing. Everybody was worried about Japan taking over, and they just didn't have the population for it. Just like everybody's worried about China, it just will not work. Unfortunately, if you're Korean and Chinese, you probably do think that they're getting what they deserve. Cut the check, Auntie. They cut the check for the Japanese children. They cut the check. I'm telling you, listen, you go over there. There's several black dudes who are on YouTube in Japan, and I've watched them a little bit. I'm like, baby, just say you a gigolo and keep it moving. They did. Italy tried that with Brazilians. If you had Italian grandparents, wink, wink, you could get into Italy. Ooh, Irvin Thomas. But what if you got a full time job, Erica, from 9 to 5? Should I plan my days from 5 to 9? Correct. Again, 5 to 9. Again, if you have a side business, depending on what the side business is, what I said still applies. 3 customers a day. And again, for some of you in the middleman to millions course, some of the projects are $500 to $3,000. So your profit margins are higher. So really, you just need to get some leads in to close so you can send your contractors over there to knock all it out. It just depends on, what you got. Now, depending on the business, if it's digital and online and t-shirts, too easy, baby, too easy. Again, and here's the thing. When I had my staff meeting today, I am from a position of I've been doing this for years. I'm calm because I know everything's cyclical. And I was like, man, I can't wait for January. And everybody's like, oh, this 2020 has been so bad. January's going to be bad too. No, it's not. January through February, March, people will be doing what? Joining gyms, buying smoothies, buying machines, buying workout equipment, buying stuff they never gonna use. They ain't gonna go do, not for long. They're gonna buy planners. They're gonna go, I'm starting my new year, new me, and it will start again. Now they're gonna do it with the $600 that Trump gonna send them. Because some people already got their check. Did they tell you about that? Some people already got their stimulus check hit their bank account. Okay? So the government can send you whatever money you want. They just got to keep it 100. So some people have already got their stimulus checks. Let's keep that a buck. Okay. And then 2, that PPP, they were hitting us up on Christmas. So I already know any day now they're going to be like, sign for your PPP. Not even worried. So yes, plan your 5 to 9. But you do need I'm not even joking. If you don't buy my planner, buy a planner. If it ain't written down, you don't have a number. And the reason I say by week is because everybody wants to hit a whole run home. Like, I'm gonna make 30 grand this month. No, you're gonna make you're gonna make 7 grand a week for 4 weeks. Put the numbers back in bite-sized pieces. Okay, a lot of these dudes would do better. Umar, yes, he was. Yes, he was over there. Butt soup, yeah. Japan is unique and it's safe, but it's not safe. I mean, a lot of women talk about people groping them and stuff. So it's safe, but then they can be some creeps over there. Thank you. I appreciate it. There you go. Thank you, Tam, for the 19.99 super chat. Blessings, couldn't send this in my message. Thank you for the $9 super chat. Let me see what else. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, there you go. I Aspire, thank you for tonight. Do you still take investors in your trucking group? If not, do you have product surges? Nope. I don't do any courses for the trucking. If you want to talk to me about trucking, you can get a consult, period. Because by the time you ask me 45 questions, it's going to take you an hour. So you might as well do it. Or you could go get Hood Estates course, or you could get a trucking tribe. I just did like 7 podcasts on the other side. I'll just be honest, white podcast, mainstream podcast. And we've just had an influx of people. Hey, what do you got for trucking? I don't have nothing. I don't plan on having nothing. I don't plan on putting nothing together. I'll do a big 3 years in trucking review next year, right? Probably in May, 6 months from now. And I'll tell you my ups, my downs, my numbers, what happened, why we got foreign drivers. I'll do all that, but I don't have any of that. If you want to talk about trucking, you can book a consult. That's what you can do. Thank you for your $10 super chat. I'm not taking any investors. Only investors I have is for real estate purposes only. That's it. That's it. Sherlock Holmes, it be like that sometime. Let me see. Okay, you guys. All right, I gotta go. It's been on here forever. Oh, the URL for Calendly link. Oh, my staff might have turned it off. They might have turned it off. Let me turn it back on. They're supposed to turn it off during Christmas, so nobody would buy anything. But all the other URLs should work. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So, anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you. We'll probably turn the consults back on, or I'll just message one of the VAs to turn it back on. Sorry, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you for the super chats. Have a good night. Reprogram your mind. Get your calendars out tonight. Go by Walgreens. These are $7. I bought all the staff these, even the men. Go ahead and get it knocked out. Plan your year.